fight.
All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to ASUS ROG. Here we are in our second map of the day of the playoffs here between Expert Gaming and Encore, and we're not going to waste any time. We're going to get straight into the map because the pistol has begun. Expert will be starting on the CT side here, Encore on the T side of Inferno. But Lurpus, do you think this makes a big difference here as far as who gets to start on which side on this map in particular?
I really don't think it makes that big of a difference. I mean, Inferno is a fairly even map, so you really can rack up big rounds on either side of the map.
All right, well, they get spotted out here. Encore gathered up at mid. And it looks like Spitty will get the first shot there, looking towards Arch, but it's going to be a short play after all. There is a man waiting in pit. His name is StigWow. He had an excellent performance on Nuke to start off the day here. Going to take a bit of a peek. Spot a man out, already getting pre-fired, and a nice headshot there to start here for Encore. But Encore, they're going for the tricky play. They've showed themselves, and they leave a man here to draw attention to short, really try and make sure that Expert can't rotate off. In the meantime, his 4 teammates have gone towards the B site, and Skippy, he's going to have a flash to stop this push, and that's a great flash. That's going to slow things down somewhat. He gets in a position to get a first kill, but it's only going to be one, and now it's all going to come down to Yakin, but he's been smoked off behind the coils. No way for him to stop this plant.
No, the bomb is going to go down. It's a 4v3 in favor of Expert now after Yakin gets a kill, but StigWow very low on health.
Oh, look at Natu's position. No fear from him. Decides to drop back, however. He's going to try and play in the corner. XR is still alive behind the new boxes. Takes a peek at base. He's going to get the information. Now spots out the guys pushing towards Natu. Natu's going to get overwhelmed. That sets up the crossfire. And XR gets a great headshot. StigWow and base now alive. 1v2. And they're already on the defuse. The Nords will recover. And an excellent retake from them in the end.
Nords? Is that a thing?
Norwegian, right?
Nords? It sounds like Nordics to me. I don't think that's a thing.
Well, they are kind of Nordic.
It's not a thing, sorry.
Okay, well, we'll stop calling them the Nords then. Thank you for checking the details.
Wait for it. Nice.
All right, Lerp is laying down the law here.
Expert up 1-0 here. Second map, and for those of you just tuning in right now, Expert did lose the opening map. I believe it was 9-16 in favor of Encore. That was Nuke. And we're now here on the second map of the series.
You realize now I'm just going to be waiting like this entire tournament now just for the chance to use D-Night on you.
That's okay, guys. I still get you first.
You got first blood? Okay, best of three.
I got first blood.
Alright, the entry frag goes Lurpus' way, but in the map itself right now, we have no kills yet. Natu having taken a little bit of damage here to start from his position on balcony. Seems like Stig still waiting to see if Natu's going to take a re-peek here. But the defense seems fairly solid here for Expert Gaming. Again, a double Pro 90 play here, which is just great because Pro 90s are the best the best weapon in the game, rather. Falling back onto the A side, consolidating their defense, making sure that the crossfires are set up. It's all going to come down to landing the shots now for the Norwegian team when Encore decide to go for it as they gather up near everybody, all 4 members here in A apartments. One guy coming up from mid, but here we go. Natu leading the charge straight out onto this site, and it's going to be the slaughter. Base and StigWow, but base in particular, a quad kill for him. And the Pro 90 is a great weapon, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Also, something to point out from the other quarterfinal. We did previously say that publicly won the first map, but something we did not know at the time is that Pyth went 39-20 in that map.
Holy hell.
So he might have been lackluster in the opening day, but he's really pulling his weight here in the playoffs where it truly matters.
Yeah, that's fantastic. That's going to make all the difference. Spitty and base, double Pro 90 play, straight down banana. And that's not a fun time for anybody, especially after you're on the T side and your first buy round and they already lose a man. Reflex not going to be able to spot the man in time at the top of banana and has to back off with that bomb. Can't afford to drop it in a vulnerable place, seeing as how they're already down a man going into this round. Caron is going to make his way around the corner first, leading the charge here, looking towards Arch, but Base is waiting on the other side of this corner, and he's going to get caught with the nade in hand. That's about his worst case scenario there, and the double kill comes in. Spitty still getting the kill on Reflex, and there's StigWow with the repeat, and he's going to get 2. StigWow going huge. It's just going to be Natu alive now. Last man alive here for Finland, and what a headshot on Skip. That is not an easy shot to land.
It's a 1v1 now. Natu does have a huge health disadvantage, but he is getting the bomb plant. It's going to be an after plant situation, and he also has a better weapon than Yakin, but they're going to see each other here any second now. Oh. And Yakin takes Natu out. He knew to clear that corner. It's going to be 3-0, but Encore just might go for a second buy here in a row, just knowing how little money Expert would have if they were to win this round. It might just be worth taking the risk to try to force the Norwegians on a save round, but it doesn't look like Encore are willing to do that. It's a smart move, as we see a replay of Natu's nice two-tap headshot. It might be a smart move if you're playing against a team that you feel like you're gonna beat. You probably don't want to take unnecessary risks that might put you deeper into the hole. Whereas if you just save properly, you play a couple gun rounds, eventually you'll get it, and that'll put you right over the top. So probably a good call by Encore there.
No reason, and I think you hit the nail on the head there. If you're confident going into it, there's no reason to take any risks to make it easier for the other team to get into the game in a meaningful way. I mean, Expert right now, they're on the favored side of Inferno, CT side, and they've picked up the first 3 rounds, but there's still plenty of room left for Encore to get the rounds that they need here to have a successful first half on their T side. One thing to keep in mind here, patience could be rewarded. Stigwow is going to find a kill in the meantime on the other side of the map. That is Corona, who's been cleared out of A apartments. Smoke going to cut Disturbed off, but that's not going to stop him from going for the push. He's got the CZ-75. He goes running right past Skip, who's going to get 2 big frags. He's setting up for the 3rd one as well. Just gets the pistol, and very clean work there from Skippy CT. He loses his teammate Yakin, but he stays alive and makes sure that no plant comes in for Encore to get any kind of bonus money. Yep,
4-0 now for Expert. Good start for them. They also had a reasonable start on Nuke. I mean, it was only 2-2 granted, but they were on the harder side of the map. 4-0 this time around. Encore still not a lot of frags even on their side. Reflex and Disturb both at 0. Base leading the way for the Norwegians right now. And let's see what Natu and company choose to do here on the first full weapon round of the second map here in the quarterfinals of ASUS ROG.
Solid defense setup here from Expert. Not exactly the most passive sort of style to hold. In fact, they're really emphasizing that crossfire here at quad. And let's see. No, that zooms it out that way. Let's see if we can get it here. Yeah, somewhat. So essentially, making sure that they set up the crossfire here. As soon as this T side would come rushing through, they would go down in a hail of bullets, and there isn't a whole lot they could do about it. In the meantime, over at B, Yakin is holding solid on the site with support from Skippy, and they're both actually going to get up onto this bomb site. So they really want to just consolidate the defense on both sides at this point, as the crossfire has kind of faded somewhat over on across the mid. I'm looking to see what Encore exactly are looking to get done here. It seems like they want to go for a full smoke round. We can see double smoke going out to cover up pit, cover up balcony. They're going to have one going down to arch as well. Flash around the corner, and here we go. Beginning of the show. Already there is a smoke, or rather a molly. It's going to slow things down here for the T side. They're trying to make this push happen, but the defense is looking fairly solid here. Stigwow is going to get caught through the smoke. Base is still alive in the pit, but he's been cut off completely, as you can see, and it's all going to be his teammate Spitty alive on the site. Base still finding a shot, but he's going to get overwhelmed, and this is about as good as it gets for an A take here for the T side, working out perfectly with the smokes and flashes.
Yep, and it's going to be an easy round for Encore. I mean, they really just, like you said, they overwhelmed Expert in that site. Wasn't really anything the Norwegians could do, and the best they can hope for now is to save these 2 weapons, but I would assume Encore are actually going to go chase after them, but
this was it. This was it right here. It's this position here. We always talk about how important the pit position is for the defense, being able to put 2 guys in here, and that's exactly what they did here. Expert, they had 2, one looking towards short and one looking towards the balcony coming out from A apartments and towards the site. Only problem is that they just blocked all of this position off with smokes. So these guys couldn't actually do anything to help the man who was holding alone on site. So all of a sudden, instead of it being like a 4-on-3, it's a 4-on-2, and what is going on? Okay, but that was just a very clean A take there. A very nice smoke round coming out from Encore. Question is now, are they going to be able to keep it running? Because money is still kind of tight on the CT side. So we have to see how well Expert are going to be able to deal with the pressure here, because really this is a round that they cannot afford to lose. If they lose it, Encore start to get a way too much influence so early on in the half. As I guzzle coffee, nectar of the gods. All right. Now, it seems like Encore are gathering up to take a bit of a peek here. Yakin holding in the position at coils. He's going to get 1 step up, and Corona's actually going to nade Skippy out. Double nade into CT, it seems, and that's a very nice setup there from Encore. Yakin is going to have to stay alive behind and get the man rotating over to help, but there are just smoke nades cutting off everything here. Not a whole lot that Spitty can do, or Yakin. Not too fine Stigwow on the other side, and he's playing a bit of the lurker role this time around, making sure that the guys rotating out of A site for the CT side aren't going to get through unmolested, as Base finds yet another frag. And at this point, Base will take out Natu. He has to rotate in through Banana. There's the 2 remaining members here for CT just gathered up in construction. But they're starting to run fairly low on time here. This bomb has been down for quite some time, and they're still waiting on these smokes to clear up in the coil area. Yakin finally going to be able to see towards the site. Base has made his way through. That sets it up for Yakin, who's only going to get 1. And a very clean hold coming out from Encore, covering all the angles and landing all the shots. And this is where we see the difficulty now, essentially, is in the money right now for Expert Gaming. They really don't have a whole lot. It's peaks and valleys right now. They have one guy, Yakin. He's got 6K, great, but then he has 2 teammates. They only have like 2K. Yep. And that's going to make it way too awkward if they decide to go for a force buy. You're going to have like 3 rifles and 2 pistols and just a weird combination of nades. So instead, Expert are looking to just try and bank off the CZ-75 with a bit of a smoke buy as well.
Yep, and later on down in this half, Yakin will be able to drop weapons because he has so much money. So it's also smart of him not to just splurge too much on equipment for a save round.
Yeah, he can afford the smoke in the CZ. $600 spent by him, but when you've got 6.5 going into the round, it's not that bad. And if you can get a kill out of this would be pretty big for him. But Disturbed will actually find the first frag, and that's actually over at Banana. Somehow Disturbed getting caught in the smoke there, and those are just shots being put through. Or not Disturbed, rather, but Skippy getting caught in the smoke. Interesting play there, deciding to push through. But now, seems like this is going to be an A-take once again here for Natu and the lads on Encore. And really thoroughly checking all the angles as well. Not wanting to give any opportunity here to get caught off guard. Xart looking towards Arch. He goes ahead and does a 180 instead. Just got to be perfectly sure. But Reflex and Caron are going to pick up the 2 first frags. And it's going to come down now to StigWow. CZ-75 in hand. Tries to control the spray, but he's not going to get the kill. And Yakin is just too far to have any kind of impact here.
Yep, and it is going to be another round for Encore for sure here. Just waiting for the final kill on Yakin to come in, and it does at the hands of Exart. 4-3, the crowd. Oh, the Thunder Sticks are alive.
Yeah, man.
They're back.
They're back. I want to get some Thunder Sticks, man. I want to have some Thunder Sticks to like clap together. I know we're not.
Just do that next time it gets on camera.
Exactly. Yeah.
Just need someone to sneak him up here. Anyone?
They're like right there in the front seat. I'm going to grab one during the break.
All right, so 4-3. It's going to be another gun round here, and a chance for Encore to even up the half. They've won 3 rounds straight now, and they're going for an aggressive middle push.
Yeah, not waiting any time actually. And I do like to see this because they know that the smoke is down at bottom of Banana. There may very well be 3 guys over at the B site. What does this mean? It means that Base has to rotate over, and the defense could have been weaker there for the CT side, but smokes are down to block off the push, and Encore now get bogged down over at quad. They can't actually round the corner, and now they should really just be backing off. Expert have rotated 4 guys over here for the defense on A. That's just too much firepower here for Encore to take a straight up fight. Unless they can land some sick shots. Of course, you always got to put that little asterisk by the word. But StigWow takes out Xart, who was poking around at short, and that's really going to put a stop here to the Encore aggression. Skippy with a nice flank from Arch as well. And they're just getting chipped away out here, Encore. It looked like they really did want to hit the ground running here and just get up in Expert's face right off the bat. But Expert, they had it mapped out. They landed the right smokes to stop the push, and Encore now are going to have to play from behind at this point. Reflex is going to force a man out. Spitty will get one. He's going to set up for StigWow and Base, and Spitty just not willing to share.
Nope. It's greedy, that one.
He needs some frags.
5-3 now for Expert, and they finally break Encore string of rounds. They'd won three in a row there. Exart going for the op now, so that's a little change of pace for the Finns. Whereas it seems like Expert are going to be sticking to what they know. The same passive setup in the A bomb side, though maybe some early aggression in Banana. Yeah. No, just early nades. They're chucking them down. In case Encore choose to go there quickly, they don't. So no damage dealt whatsoever. And Expert really seem to be just sticking to what they know. A little more aggression actually in the middle. So that's my mistake. Didn't see that at first. So an aggressive setup by the pillars in the middle. We'll see what Encore does and whether this new approach is going to be more successful.
Yeah, they do.
Speedy is going to be here smoking off the Banana entrance all the way from A.
And you can see it right there. Goes down a quad and actually blocks off the top. Disturbed has managed to work his way up the top of Banana, but that smoke is now going to just slam the door shut in his face. So again, just playing the time here. 50 seconds left now on this clock, and Encore It's starting to get to that point in the round where they have to make a decision as to where they want to go. And we can see them already rotating around the map, getting towards Banana, and it's really going to come down now to Skippy and Yakin to hold this site because the flashes and the smokes are already in, and we've already got Skippy starting off strong. He picks up one from behind new boxes, looks for a second, not going to get it, and they're all just looking towards him. There's even an AWP there, but that sets it up for the crossfire. Yakin now going to catch him as they round the corner, and he's going to get overwhelmed. This is not looking good. His teammate gets caught as well, and this is now Spitty.
But he did deal a lot of damage. Natu and Reflex both still low. Very winnable round. Exard misses the shot on Spitty, who is now down to low health, but a 3v2 situation for the Norwegians.
I have to look here towards Natu now. He's alive behind new boxes, taking a peek, not going to land the shot. He loses his teammate there, as we can see. Takes the re-peek. He knew he had to get some damage done. They only get one kill, however, in the mix, Natu eventually finding Spitty, but it will be the Norwegian team picking up the round with a very nice retake. And you're right, a good hold. Towards the beginning there, they were able to get out quite a bit of damage on the T side, making it very difficult for Encore to hold the afterplant positions.
Yep. And Expert now getting back in the lead monetarily. They won 2 straight, and the only person in Encore with a bunch of money left is actually Reflex currently. And if Expert were to win this round without allowing a bomb plant from Encore, the Finns would actually save. And it's starting to get to that point where it actually looks like the Norwegians might starting to run away with it.
This is, yeah, they're on the brink. They still don't have big money, but neither do Encore. Encore still had enough to actually pick up another AWP here on Exart. He's going to take a shot down mid, just randomly into the smoke, hoping to catch somebody peeking there. But Spitty, again, we see him going for that smoke that's going to cut off the top of Banana. This time it's going to be unnecessary, though, because Encore, with a minute left on this clock, are gathering up for another smoke round. As we can see here, it's been successful for them in the past. We'll see if they can make it work again. I like the choice here to go for this now when they know that they need to break Expert, stop them short, go for a round that was very successful with all the smokes and flashes, and we'll see now, are they going to be able to adjust in time? Stigwell up in the A apartments could be making a big difference here, as Base is going to be the one who's trying to dance around on the edge of the smoke, and it's a total bluff. Encore, they throw the smokes, they throw the flashes, they make it look like it's going to be an A take. They even put 2 guys over here to make noise. The defense is going to be rotating off, and now this means there's only 1 guy alive on that B site right now to stop this push coming through. And they need to go, Encore. The
Encore need to go.
Worked.
They're too slow getting into that B site, but Expert's rotation is even slower.
Yeah, this is going to be too much here. Yakin, he needs to stay alive, and he gets 1 kill. That's good. But then the rotation and getting caught, it's down to Stigwell and Base, who are basically over on the A site. And now they have the man advantage holding on this B side Encore. This is very good, holding very common spots as well. Both of them stacking into the ninja corner here. Exart alive. It's going to be Natu now looking for the backstab. If he's going to find the right timing, he could very well get it. There's the spray, picks up 1. Now it's Base, or I can find him. Exart gets the AWP. And gets the shot. 4 rounds now on the board for Encore CSGO. How many rounds, Lurpus, do you think Encore actually need to consider this as a successful first half on the T side?
I think they want to get 6 or upwards. Upwards of 6, I think, is fine as long as they win. As long as they split the pistol rounds, and since they lost the pistol round in the opening half, that would mean they would have to win the CT pistol round. Even 6 rounds is gonna get tricky if they lose the CT half pistol and start down 0-3. That'll be 6-12 deficit, and it's a long road from there. But I mean, I wouldn't even put that behind them. I think it's within the realm of possibility.
I agree. No. I mean, I do like Expert. They're willing to change up how they're holding here. Playing fairly aggressively, not necessarily going down Banana, but still popping some flashes out there and seeing if they can catch anybody off guard from Encore. So
they're also playing an aggressive setup in the A apartments and boiler room now. So a bit of an adjustment by Expert here. They basically just don't want to let Encore run those fakes. They're scared of that after a previous round, so they're adjusting by playing more aggressively, which means they're going to be able to spot these fakes early on.
Agreed. And this is Corona's going to be able to check the bedroom, and he's not. Spray from Stig, and he gets the kill. And there's no way for Encore here to actually check it out. They didn't put 2 guys in there at the same time to take over this apartment. They only put the 1. It's going to be Natu now who's working his way around here. Gets flashed instantly. Great flash. And that actually allows Stigwell to get out of here in 1 piece. And Expert Gaming can now set up a more passive defense. But that's perfectly fine. They're going to be comfortable with that.
That they are. Encore now getting ready. It looks like to maybe fake the B bomb side a little bit. and head towards A this time around. Nasu's all the way at the end of the apartment, and he's going to be the one leading charge for the Finns. He's going to see the one guy in the site takes out base, going to jump down. I think he's going to see the second guy as well, but he gets taken out. There's only 8 seconds left, and Disturbed runs towards the guy in the pit with bomb, and there's no way they can get the bomb planted now, regardless of what happens with these final kills. So that was actually a big mistake by Disturbed. What he needed to do was just actually trust his teammates, go for the plant, trust them that they have him covered, because even if he got that kill, I don't think he would have had time to plant anymore. So what he needed to do was go for that little Navi plant on the edge of the bomb site, and just go for it and trust that his teammates have his back.
Yeah, I think when he jumped up on that car, there was only like 6 seconds left.
Yeah,
That's not enough time.
even if he got that kill, I don't think he would have made it.
He doesn't have it.
Yeah, so that was a bit of a mistake by him. As Encore group up towards the A apartments, we see Exart in the middle all alone. All other 4 members of Encore, very little money on them, just walking up the apartments, and they're just going to be exploding out of there any second. And Stigwa, we see, is going to be the one meeting them.
Oh, this is a very cool position from Stig, though. It's a risky position, but he's in. Look at this. They're gonna line up. He's gonna get 2 big kills. That is huge. But then they lose the rest of the defense. Reflex and Exart, Disturbed even stepping in, and it's 3 guys on each team taken out in the blink of an eye. There's still plenty of gear here, however, on Expert for the retake. Not so many nades on Skippy. He still picks up an incendiary, so we'll see how he can put this to use. But Exart and Disturbed are alive, and they've got that crossfire set up now to deal with this push coming in. And we can see it already. Exart alive. He's going to be roasting, though. He's got to rotate over. It's going to be his teammate alive on the site who's going to pick up the 1. Disturbed is going to live through this. Now it's going to be Exart onshore, just spraying wildly. Yakin is going to walk right into Disturbed on the A site. And Encore with a very solid take. Despite losing 2 guys coming out of apartments, they still land the shots they needed to.
Yeah, that was actually a bit of a mistake by, I believe it was it Skippy running into that site first? Because he really looked like he should have been able to land that kill undisturbed, which obviously would have changed it. And then at the end, Yakin, when he peeked the side of that car, he actually saw the side of Exart in the pit, but he completely missed that shot. So, bit unlucky by Expert. Good play by Encore, though. And the Norwegians are going to be in a save round here. And if we look at the score, if we look at their money situation here, as we're waiting for Encore to make their move, Skippy's still very low on money, and only 2K on Stigwell, 2,200 for base. So even next round, they're not going to have a ton of money to go for ops, for example. That's not going to be happening. So it's starting to look like Encore is going to get just as many rounds as they're hoping in this half, which would be something north of 6. I think they're headed towards a 7-round half here.
Yeah, I agree. This is it's going to come down to whether Expert decide to buy in the next round, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them force it up, actually, because Encore should be picking up 6 rounds here, and that's about where you want them to stop. You can't let them get that 7th round. So Expert, they may go for the buy. It's going to be a big push through mid right now. Base alive in the ninja corner, and he's going to get checked out, but they're going to go ahead and gun him down just the same. There is a man alive, and his name is Spitty. He gets 2 kills with the P250, and he's still alive to go for a third.
Gets taken out, though. It's going to be another kill in the B bomb site. Yakin is the last man standing, and he is going to, I believe, walk through the smoke here. But is he going to see anyone plant? He's going to get the planter. No, he's not. Disturbed gets the kill. 6-7 now. Score in favor of Expert still, but Encore really mounting a huge comeback.
We are going to see that buy out of Expert. They're actually able to afford all rifles, but as we can see, the nades very limited here for them, and that's going to make holding these sites very difficult, because you want to abuse the chokes on the CT side. You want to make sure that you've got the smokes, you've got the incendiaries to throw down and buy time for yourself to set up defense. And that's just not going to be the case here for Expert. They have to go for aggression, and I love it. They go straight down banana with 3 guys to make sure that if anybody is here from Encore playing aggressive, they can get the punish. Spitty eats a really hard nade from Exart, though, to start.
Yep. Some aggression in banana this time around. No luck with any kills, though. Yakin gets a kill in the middle. Natu and Disturb reply. It's a 4v2 now. And Exart holding the flank, gonna take out Skippy. The last man standing is Spitty. He gets 1 kill, but he's left in a very tough 1v3 situation. He's gonna get spotted by both KHRN and Disturb here in a second.
Yeah, and at this point, he needs to be backing off the save. He's making the right move here. I mean, he needs this gun, but yeah, the beat sticks are going off right now, because Encore pretty much got this round in the bag, and they will get that 7th round after all, putting Expert in a horrible position.
Expert are gonna be so low on money, so it really does look like the Finns are going to come back from a 4-0 deficit to an 8-7 halftime lead. So that is just great play by Encore. I mean, they haven't looked as dominant as on the opening day, but at the same time, their opposition is a lot better today. So still strong play by them. And if they're able to just close out the second half in a similar fashion, promises good things for the potential semifinal against Nostalgia.
No, yeah, absolutely. I mean, it is looking really likely now that Encore are going to make it through here, but we're not done yet, and Expert Gaming can still surprise us. These guys, you cannot take them lightly. They do practice. They have been a team together for a very long time now, and they've got the experience. So if anybody can make it back here versus Encore, Expert, definitely one of those teams we'd have to be watching here. But Yakin, I like the position. I like the thought behind this. Get the swag 7 and go big as they try and round the corner. Disturbed is going to be putting shots through. Skippy is running the distraction, basically, trying to draw Encore in. He's the bait on the end of the hook, and Yakin's the hook. He's got a shotty with it, and he's going to go for the shot point blank, and Disturbed gets the kill. Huge by Disturbed. Natu getting one as well. That's picking off Stigwow from the A site. But that could not have gone worse for Expert Gaming. Disturbed lives with 2 HP as well. That is just brutal.
Brutal indeed. 5v2 situation for Encore. Very little hopes in the camp of Expert Gaming right now to turn this one around. See Base here just peeking aggressively, but he's only going to catch Natu here. Everybody else is already headed towards the B site where Spiddy's all alone.
He throws down the molly. But at this point, that's just, they see only one nade as well, Encore, so, I mean, it's 1v2. They can kind of guess as to what the situation is here. Natu's going to go for a flash over Base, reacts in time, turns away, and he will get the frag. Brings it back to a 3-on-2, but it is going to be Base alone here as Spitty gets caught. XR looking towards Banana, and there's the final frag. XR picking it up with the AWP, and as we saw it coming here, Encore will pick up the lead here at the end of the first half. 8-7 on their T side is phenomenal work here from the Finnish team. And Papa Natu is definitely going to be pleased with this. This is, however, Yakin, look at that. 2 HP on Disturbed, and then flashed. Disturbed still gets the spray kill. That's got to hurt.
Yep. So 8-7 now. Expert need to win 9 rounds this half, or they will be eliminated from this tournament. So lots of pressure on them as we see them going for an aggressive push into Banana early on.
Not wasting any time, in fact. They want to get in here fast. And we see Skippy taking point here with the Glocks. 3 guys with Kevlar, so they can afford to take some shots here. Skippy, one of them, Spitty, the other, and Yakin, who's waiting over at apartments. So waiting to see if anybody's going to try and peek out of house or down mid, but no kind of aggression coming out here from Encore. Encore are content to wait and see. Skippy and Spitty eat a nade, but still make it through into CT, and this could be huge here. This is going to be a great opportunity for Natu, who gets 2 big headshots.
Nice shots by Natu there in construction as Expert rotate all the way back to the B bomb site. But they're going to get shut down. I mean, they basically went for a little B fake, but Natu just shut it down all by himself. And that's a dominant round win for Encore thanks to Natu's 2 USP headshots. 9-7. And we'll see if Expert choose to go for a CZ75 buy here. But based on the past, it doesn't look like they're a team who really favors those buys. So it's probably going to be 1, if not 2 save rounds.
Now look, this is making me think 1. Nothing but Glocks. Nothing but Glocks right now for Expert Gaming. That's making me think like they want to just try and get some kills in this round and then go for a random buy in the next. It's still fairly early on in this half, so we'll see if they decide to take the risk, if they decide to go for that kind of gamble. They're definitely feeling the pressure now, so they could decide to go for it in the end. But Skippy is going to be peeking over here, but Natu, he's got support from a teammate. Natu holding the angle, and Reflex is there as well. Reflex still not spotting him. He's going to spot the man now, but Skippy manages to get out of there intact. That baits out one smoke, and I think that's what Skippy really wanted to get going for himself there. He wanted to just go for the peek. Oh, it's not going to bait the smoke. Now Natu throws the smoke. My mistake. At a minute, Natu drops in. That's actually all right here.
And the crowd really starting to wake up now
Yeah,
with
Encore
in the driver's seat. 9-7, Natu gets a kill. Expert going up the middle. KHRN gets 2, make that 3 and an assist. 10-7 now, and Expert Gaming can definitely hear this.
Yeah, that's cool.
I mean, they're the closest team to this stage too.
No, they are. Oh yeah, that's Expert, right?
Yeah,
I was about to say Encore. They're on the other side, but Expert, the Norwegians are right here. So that's not what they want to be listening to right now. You know, no matter how cool it is, guys.
No, certainly not. 10-7 is the score once again. Encore up, and they are up 1-0 in this series. So if they are able to clinch a win here on D Inferno, they're going to be knocking Expert Gaming out of the tournament at 5th through 8th place. This is the quarterfinal, while Encore will be moving on to the semifinals, which will be played a little later on today.
Exactly right, and we have had that early buy come out from Expert Gaming. The save in the last round leads to Galil's across the board with a couple nades to work with, but they're going to go for a very fast push out from A Apartments. They're going to get overrun here. However, there is still Caron with the Pro 90, but it's not good enough. XR alive with the Nova, gets a kill, but it's still a 3-on-2 situation here, and Reflex is going to try and rotate in to stop this bomb plant. He's not going to be fast enough, however. He did get a kill, and that makes it a 2-on-2. Natu taking point. Natu, no fear, goes for the spray, and Reflex trying to cover him, but Base is still alive in the pit. Natu just trying to buy the time now at this point. Is he going to be able to get to this bomb?
Surprised he didn't tap it yet.
Agreed. He's really looking to force him out into the open. Base now drops not too scarily low. 6 HP left on the finish, man.
And Base playing it smart. He's just falling back. He knows the clock is on his side. And no way Natu can win this. Surprised he didn't go for something like a smoke diffuse with that smoke in the side. He probably could have just hit in there and at least made Base run towards him, which would have already made a big difference. Either way, 8-10. And Encore are going for another buy round, but it is going to be their last here if they do save. They're not going to have any money going on to the next round. So the Norwegians of Expert Gaming have a good chance of tying this game up. They have more equipment this round. They just won the previous round. And if they do win this round, then Encore are going to be broke. So Expert are still far from out of this game.
Both teams right now, it's really even across the board, and that's a real pleasure to see. And we do not want to stomp here. We want both teams to be fighting tooth and nail because this is tournament life on the line here for Team Expert Gaming. And it's going to be the straight up push from Stig Wow, continuing to dominate. He's going to chase, no fear, goes straight for Reflex and gets another kill. Huge plays now from Expert Gaming coming onto this B site. That opens it up for business as they do have the bomb on Skippy. He's going to go for a barbecue. No, he decides to go behind. That's still. Encore, we see the instant reaction from them, and that's just back off. B site is lost. That was that quick from Stig Wow. We need to hold on to these guns because as far as our money is concerned, we can see right now Encore in a bit of a tight spot. They have, what, $100 total in their bank right now. That's not nearly enough. They need to hold on to these 3 guns. And I like that Expert Gaming are out and hunting right now. No real money on Expert's side. They can't really afford to throw away any rifles, but the rifles in Encore's hands are worth a whole lot more than theirs. If they can find them here, that would be big.
That is indeed true. And they are chasing Encore, but Speedy is going to fall back at the very last second. That's an odd move. They would have actually had enough money to go for it. Exar gets a kill there at the end. And basically, having saved 3 weapons, Encore now has to go for another buy. They're actually not even going to be able to drop FAMASs, so it's probably going to be Novas or Mag 7s or ZZ75s on their final 2 players, but it surely is going to be a full buy of buying everything they can, Encore that is, and try to get their money control back before letting it slip away into Expert Gaming's hands. Though now they run the risk of actually going into a deficit here, because if they lose this round, once again, the same pressure is there. Without saving weapons, they're going to be broke going into the next round.
And already aggression down Banana. They continue to try and push their side to back off here. But pistols in hand on the B side. Really putting a lot of pressure early on here on Expert. A little bit of damage dealt to Base, but he's going to be all right with his 59 health. In the meantime, that's hurting Expert Gaming over to the A site, where there are currently 2 members here with rifles waiting for them with open arms. Do Expert go for this? I mean, the M4s, it's going to be crucial that Caron actually lands the shots on short. And Caron currently bottom fragging right now for Encore, so of all the times to step up, this would be big. But in the meantime, Expert, not convinced. They decide to make their way back over to the B site, but this is now a stacked site. A rifle has been moved over here to complement both pistols, and this is now a big opportunity for Encore to shut them down. We'll see if they're up to the snuff, though. There's the Disturbed, putting the M4A1 to use, and this is going to set it up for the flank. Huge! Reflex gets 2, and that's going to obliterate it. Big play there. The rotation is already in from Encore as well. They have XR pushing in through Flowers, trying to get into position to deny the plant, but he's not going to get lucky. He's not going to catch him, but this is now a 2-on-2 situation. A big difference here made by Encore in the early defense.
And a very winnable one. Base only has 5 health points left. Exart walking into that site. We'll see if he's going to be able to catch Yakin off guard here. He's going to peek Base. He's going to take him out. There's one last member standing. Is Yakin also going to go down. Exar with 2 big kills in a 2v2 retake situation in the B side. That's going to make it 11-9 for Encore. And Expert, still money left for this round, but their bank accounts are starting to run low.
Yeah, that is just really nicely done by Encore. That's stacked. But really Disturbed, really putting that M4A1 to use, drawing all the fire to him. He gets one kill, he goes down, but that set it up so well for the man with the CZ to get a couple kills there and really just eviscerate the push for Expert Gaming. And just a quick update, the other quarterfinal that's happening right now is 1-1 between Public Clear and, it's not Menace, Recursive.
It's My Revenge.
Oh, My Revenge, my mistake, My Revenge.
16-7 win on cash for the day, and so they've looked dominant on that map. They had a very strong win against Nom Nom last night as well.
That's true, that is a good point. So that is a hard-fought battle, and this one certainly is as well. We're still very close on the score here between the Norwegian team and the Finnish team. Expert Gaming versus Encore. But this is a big buy round for both teams. All of them have rifles, still some nades left, and a minute left on this clock now as we move into the remainder of this. But again, I mean, we can see the smokes down. Once again, Encore just cutting off bottom of Banana, and there's still a smoke waiting in Boiler. But it seems like Team Expert are trying to set up now for a bit of the A play. They've got the smokes to go towards Arch. Decide to sneak in instead rather than use them so early. And this is going to be big now. Disturbed. He's going to be the first man to spot them coming around this angle here. Goes for the anti-flash to try and slow things down. Eats a bit of the flash in turn for himself. It's going to be the man on this site, Xart, who's going to be the first line of defense. And he's going to get caught immediately. Now down to the defense here in the pit. We have two guys alive, but a smoke is blocking them off. There's not a whole lot they can do. It's going to be Caron actually getting caught in that lower pit, but we lose the man out. And now it is Disturbed, who has been spotted as well. He's going to go for a shot. Good spray, but it's a quick 1-for-1. And that's not good enough here for Encore. They need to close the gap and get a quick kill now to give them a chance in a 2-on-2.
Reflex and Natu both coming up lane. It's going to be near impossible retake because Expert are aware of that. Reflex is going to go down at the hands of Spitty. Last man standing is Natu. He's going to run into the side and get taken out. Expert get to double digits now. 10-11 is the score. And Encore completely flat out broke.
Yeah, and this is why right here. If we look at how the rounds have gone, 2 for the CT side, 2 for the T side, and then 1-1, that does not favor the CT side. It's more expensive for them to be re-upping their gear round after round. If they lose, that resets them back to $1,400, and then they just don't have the money because they have to pay taxes. So Expert Gaming, these guys are the ones who are ahead right now. They've got full rifles, they got full nades, and they're walking into an eco here by Encore. Only one man on this site here on the B site, and that's going to be Reflex. He's got 2 guys coming in from CT, but he's about to get obliterated. He's waiting around the corner. Oh my God, the double spray! The double spray from CZ's! Huge! And now Spitty and Akin and Xart stepping it up. This is turned around. Encore, that timing coming in from the CT side. And Xart, no fear. He picks up a gun.
He ran out of bullets on his CZ75, so he just went he went all out running for that AK, and he actually was able to get it while his teammates took out the rest of Expert Gaming. Natu's happy on the stream. You see his face. He's smiling. He's giddy.
That was such a big round.
And 12-10 now, and Encore are going to have a ton of money having won a save round.
Yeah, that was just big. And again, it's just back and forth right now. The real question is, at this point now, who's going to be able to start chaining rounds together? And whoever does manage to succeed to put like 2 rounds together at the same time, that's going to be a whole lot of bonus rounds on top of it, seeing as how the money is going to be wrecked for their opponents. So really interesting how close it's been so far in this second half. Throughout the entire game, really. It's been really just fought tooth and nail. And what the Disturbed has snuck his way into apartments, I think, looking towards second mid, dropped down to 36 HP. I apologize, I didn't get that on camera. But I was not expecting him to go for the aggressive push like that into apartments. And this is now going to set Expert Gaming back on their heels. They really needed to have a big impact in this round. It's going to be Xart holding, looking towards mid. Spitty floating around Boiler, but there's no target for him to work off of here. Very passive hold coming out from Encore, and this is because now they've got those 2 entries. They don't need to be taking risks. They can have Disturbed kind of peeking around if he wishes, and Xart as well, but they're just going to fall back to the site now and make Expert come to them.
That is indeed what is going to happen, and that is smart play by Encore, obviously. You're up numbers, you don't want to take any unnecessary risks. Xart dealing some damage, taking some on, more so himself. 2 players from Encore really low on health. Skippy gets a kill there. And 2 kills from Xart, and that's gonna make that 3 kills from Xart in the A bomb side. High five from Natu on top. 13-10. Encore, 3 rounds away from eliminating the Norwegian team from ASUS ROG Summer.
And there you have it, Encore. They are the ones who chained in too, and we can see Expert Gaming, they have to go for an eco round now. But keeping with how this with how this half has been going, I wouldn't be surprised if Expert came in and actually took an eco round win here. It seems like that's the general theme here. Pistols are pretty good right now in Go.
Yeah, general theme of Counter-Strike Go in general.
It's just
I don't think it's exclusive to this event. It's exclusive to the whole game. 13-10, as we said, and Encore looking really, really strong.
they're just looking solid right now. Xart is holding the angle once again, looking towards Boiler. Is he going to catch Skippy, who once again is peeking? Skippy and Spitty trading off in places, but all of Expert Gaming gathering up for an A push here. Xart's going to be waiting around the angle, going to go for the flash, and he's going to go for the peek now. That sort of sets him up, but Skippy pushing. He's just relentlessly trying to push now. He's going to run right into Xart, who's still alive here with the AK. Goes for more spray, sets up the crossfire now with his teammate. It's going to be now down to Disturb to stop the push on short. Picks up one. He's looking for another, trying to find the headshot, and he gets it. He's going to get overwhelmed in the end, but it's too little, too late, and a 4-man hold comes in for Encore Gaming. The money is there. They've got plenty in the bank now, and Team Expert now are on the ropes. They do go for an eco, so they have money to buy in this, in this 25th round. But they have to stop Encore here if they want to have a chance.
Yep. 14-10. Lots of pressure on the Norwegian team here. And what was first half again? 7-8. They've only won 3 rounds here in the second half.
And that actually, hold on, let's go and see if we can find like the grease mark basically.
Yakin trades a kill there.
Yeah.
Takes out KHRN. 4v4 situation currently, and that always, of course, favors the terrorists.
We'll have to see if when Disturb is going to decide to plant that smoke down on short. Xart is going to have to peek around, and now this is a point where Encore are going to be feeling under pressure. Like they have to kind of throw their weight around the map to stop this push that's going to be coming in here. There is a man, Reflex, who's trying to spray through. It's going to come down to Xart. He just fully commits with the flash. Gets 1 kill. It's a 1-for-1. Reflex trying to rotate through Library, but he's not going to do anything. It's going to come down to Disturbed in the pit. Spray control from him. Gets 2 big kills. And Stig, wow, he has the bomb, but he only has 14 HP. He's going for the spray, but he's not going to get it. And Encore get up to 15 rounds. 1 round away from a spot in the semifinals. And that just fell apart for Expert. Encore, the defense was just too good. And after a double nade kill and Banana as well to get that upper hand in the round.
Yep. Good job by Encore. I mean, they really have continued looking strong today throughout this entire series. They've lost some more rounds, but overall still looking pretty solid.
And again,
though admittedly not as impressive as Nostalgia did last night.
Yeah, Nostalgia, that was a rare performance. I mean, Kaylee dropping 30 bombs left and right. That's very scary. When Kaylee, an Opper, is having that kind of performance, an Opper of Kaylee's caliber is very tough to deal with. But we'll see. Because potentially, Encore could go on to face off against Nostalgia in the semi-final match.
Slow round here for Expert, though. They don't want to make any early mistakes that are going to cost them this tournament. They're still in it for now, but they have to win this round, and they have to win 4 more after just to force overtime and potentially force a 3rd map. So it's still a very long way to go before they can realistically think about winning this game. Natu is going to be the first one to see action here. Reflex gets the first kill. Make that 2.
Now he's going to be alive. Natu is going to be the first man alive behind the new boxes. Not landing the shots, though. Yakin going to find one here. This is big. Yakin's still alive, however, he's looking for it. He's going to look towards CT, though, but 1v4, it's not meant to be. And Encore have secured their spot in the semifinals here of ASUS ROG. The Norwegian team, Expert Gaming, despite the experience, couldn't make it happen for themselves here and get knocked out 2-0 in the quarters. But this is how it's going to be the story of today. The quarterfinal matches now that we're in the playoffs, Lerpus, it's all going to be like this. Close matches fought tooth and nail because everybody is so similar in skill right now.
Yep, a lot of close games going to be coming in today. Oh, of course, the other quarterfinal that was scheduled for 9:30 CET is still live, and I'm not sure if the 3rd map has started, it looks like. So that's Publicly or My Revenge playing the 3rd map that is Dust 2.
Yeah.
And I believe there are some streams for that as well for those who want to tune in. Yeah,
that right now.
Yeah.
So that is going to go to map 3. So in the meantime, guys, we're going to be waiting for that map to finish up, and then we will get into our 2nd round of quarterfinals. But let's go ahead and take a look at the brackets now and get an idea of what's coming up next. So, Encore 2-0 over Expert Gaming, move into the semifinals, and we have now got Thundersticks, Lurpus. Oh, yeah, okay. But
They're not full yet, though, so can't really go all out until the next
Bring up
game.
the brackets. We're not done talking about them. So, Public Lear, let's see. Public Lear is now currently 1-1 versus My Revenge, the Danish team who performed very well yesterday to make it in second seed, basically, going up against Public Lear, who took first seed in their group. But what's coming up next on the mainstream here is going to be Nostalgia versus Menace, I believe. So Nostalgia, the mixed team put together by Overdrive with Apex, Kaylee, Pimp, Overdrive, I mean, basically, and Schneider. Can't forget Schneider. So huge team there. We're really looking to them to get big performance. And Menace, who are a Finnish team who have been together, lots of experience. So I believe that will be the next match up on the stream. But there's also going to be games for you, Punta Se versus Recursive Esports and Republic of Gamers right there. Sellout. Hashtag sellout. Tweet at Lurpus now. Lurpus _. But let's go ahead and interview the father of esports of CSGO, Elonatu. Congratulations on the win, man.
Yeah, thanks.
You looked really solid going into this match. I mean, you had a great performance on the first map on Nuke, top fragging for your team in the end with a really nice spray, actually, that we were kind of laughing about there towards the end. But also on Inferno, you guys really seemed to get a control of your CT side. How do you feel after this performance so far?
It was a bit back and forth, I would say, especially on Inferno. I mean, we struggled in the beginning as a team, but then we came back at an 8-7 lead, which I think without the pistol round win is a decent scoreline. CT pistol, we had a bit of a hunch after their first flashes and smokes what they were going to do, so they had two guys going into B to see the spawn. I got some easy kills there and picked up the pistol round pretty clean, but then kind of got caught off guard on the third round, unfortunately, and lost that one, and that kind of made it a bit harder for us.
I've sort of forgotten what it feels like when you ask a player how a match went and they actually go through some rounds instead of just saying like, it was okay. I was thrown off guard, caught off guard.
But I like that. That's the thing, because in the players, it's the same in any game actually. You talk to the players and they're able to go through it step by step, round by round, basically, like what went right and what went wrong. It's all right up there.
Yeah, so. But no one does though. Every time we've asked someone what happened in the game, they're like, "Well,
we did."
I mean, we played our game.
Yeah.
If they won, and then if they lost, they're like, "Well, that game we didn't play our game." So.
But I mean, it was small things, and we won some eco rounds as well. Which I mean, I think they threw away some rounds. They gave us some rounds when we were winning some ecos as well. So, I mean, I guess we were the better team basically.
So. I believe you saw Nostalgia play some games yesterday. They look pretty solid.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, with the way the bracket works, you cannot go to the grand final to beat them there, which I think would be the dream scenario for everybody, and especially considering the grand final is going to be shown on national TV in Finland.
Okay.
How do you feel about the potential semifinal matchup?
Against Nostalgia?
Yep.
I mean, it's super hard to predict. I guess they would probably be, since they're a mixed team, they would probably be one of those teams that they're either going to be super good or they're just going to be really not that good. I mean, depending on, I would imagine they'll need really good starts to get their ship sailing properly. So I mean, we just gotta be able to hit our shots, not get rattled with the randomness and player spots. Just be smart. I think we can beat them.
I think the general consensus around that matchup is that Nostalgia has a lot more individual skill, whereas you're more prepared and have more teamwork. Do you actually feel like there is a big gap skill-wise, or do you think you're relatively close?
Yeah, I don't think there's such a big gap. I mean, people were talking when we were playing Flipside in the ESL pre-qualifier that we're going to get wrecked since they have so much skill on their team. Look what happened. We get 16-5 twice in a row. So, I mean, if we can get our ball rolling, we're a really hard team to stop.
All right, well, best of luck in the semifinal match that you've now qualified for now too. We're going to let you go.
Yep.
Thank you for the words. And
catch you later, guys.
Yeah, don't beat up your team too much, Pop. Now, let's go ahead and see. Well, actually, no, we've already taken a look at the bracket, and right now the final map is going on. You can catch that on the Finnish stream that is covering the other quarterfinal match that we are running in tandem here.
And of course, you can find that on ageltv.org.
Exactly,
the very best Counter-Strike website in the world.
They're a good Counter-Strike website, yes? They're like the only source right now. But
they're
hey,
the very best.
You got Ghost of Gamers breathing down your neck, mate. Ghost of Gamers have got a CS section now.
They have a pretty good world ranking. I think NIP's 4th best in the world.
Yeah, that's true, actually. According to the site. But let's go ahead and take a quick break, guys. Actually, not too quick. Actually, we may be back in about half an hour time for our next match.
Yeah,
it's going to be
because I believe we are. I believe we are going to wait until that match finishes.
this
right?
match is going to finish, and then we have to have setup time for the next two. Well, the next set of 4
so
teams.
it'll be a little break, but once again, Agel TV will be able to tell you in more detail when the other match is going to be ready to start. Our producer has told us that the estimated starting time is 50 minutes away.
Yeah.
Or actually, 50 minutes is when we're supposed to be going live.
Yes.
Here in the studio, and then 1 hour until the game starts.
1 hour game.
Yeah.
You know another way to know when the match is about to go live? Follow us on Twitter.
Yeah, that actually works.
So at Lurpus
we do our best.
And at On Fire Assembler, and we'll keep you guys up to date on what's going on here at the tournament.
Oh,
you guys can see
they
that
brought
there
it
we
up
even
on the
had it with
screen.
that. That's why Nicholas is a pro on production, man. This is why he makes $0, but still does a good job. So, guys,
the reason we make $0 is it took out for us to mention Twitter
right
before they were brought up.
Hey guys, break time. We'll be back in an hour with our next round of quarterfinal matches here at the ASUS ROG.